Hello, my name is Sanjeev Gupta. I run Liberty House Group. I would like to address everyone out there who, like me, is concerned about the future of the UK steel industry. The current turmoil and uncertainty in our sector presents us with a significant challenge, one that we need to address in order to safeguard its future. But this challenge also provides us with a great opportunity to reshape our industry so that we can make it successful and profitable again. What we need is a new thinking, a fresh approach, an innovative strategy that can provide us with much needed change from the current status quo. My team and I have such a strategy, and I'd like to share it with you. So what are the facts? We in Britain invented modern steel. Yet today, a staggering 80% of the 21 million tons of steel we consume comes from abroad. A century and a half ago, we were the first to mass produce mild steel. Yet over time, as our raw materials have diminished, other countries have taken the lead. This should not be surprising. It is part of globalization. It is our responsibility as an industrial nation to constantly redefine our capabilities to keep us current in a highly competitive market. Other countries, such as the United States, in the 1980s, did take steps to remain competitive. The Americans looked at all the steel they had already produced in buildings, bridges, cars, all ultimately recyclable. Then they supplemented their blast furnaces with arc furnaces. And today, 70% of the steel consumption in the US comes from recycled materials. So why has recycling never taken off in the UK? Expensive power, perhaps, or lack of investment? Whatever the cause, it has left us with an over-reliance on an old technology. This forces us to import 100% of the iron ore and coal for our blast furnaces and export majority of the steel scrap we generate to be remelted in other countries. What is more, UK consumers that want to buy UK steel find its price too high and are forced to rely on imports. It is clear that today our steel sector is in a precarious and unsustainable position with no long-term future. We have two options. One path continues down the status quo, leading inevitably to final demise. The other leads to a new industrial renaissance. At Liberty, we have already made our choice. We have begun an ambitious process designed to trigger the revival of UK manufacturing, regrowing UK steel and downstream engineering products, reinvigorating the supply chain, championing the development of new sustainable power sources, generating tens of thousands of new skilled jobs, and stimulating new sectors in the economy. Of course, the UK will continue to need some blast furnaces, but what we need even more are electric arc furnaces, small mini mills that can be dotted around the country, next to scrap generation, next to customers, powered by low-cost carbon-free electricity. These mini mills will take in the mountain of steel scrap we produce every year, up to 20 million tons a year in the next 2 decades, and turn them into a range of steel and steel products. Our strategy for achieving this is called GREENSTEEL, and it has 3 elements. The first is to invest in electric arc furnaces alongside blast furnaces to begin to tackle the mountain of our own steel that we can recycle. The second is to invest in low-cost, long-term renewable power, as close to the steel plants as possible. The third is to invest in engineering companies that use the steel and turn it into advanced components for existing and new UK-based growth industries. Liberty House already has an outstanding track record. In the last year alone, we have revived 7 steel plants and re-employed over 1,500 workers. Our leadership team is comprised of many of the industry's leading executives. We have all the skills and knowledge to reinvent this industry. In our view, this is the only comprehensive, proven, and sustainable holistic approach that will bring stability and growth to the UK steel sector. Thank you for listening.